What's up, family? Man, I want to share a story with you guys. Um, about 30 years ago, I was in the Air Force, and I was living in Montana with my wife and my daughter at the time. She was 1 years old, about 1 years old, and we decided to jump in the Pontiac Sunbird and drive out to California to visit my family. And so as we're driving, I'm doing all the driving, as we're doing the driving, as we're driving, I can hear God talking to me, and stay with me. I'm going somewhere. Don't get all wigged out because I said I heard God talking to me. Um, and so I can hear him saying, keep your eyes on the road. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. And he kept saying it over and over. And it's like I didn't understand why he was saying that. It's like, okay, God, why are you telling me this? And in Montana has this thing called black ice, real thin layer of ice, and you can't really see it, it's just black. You just see the road, but it's a thin layer of ice over the road, and it's a hazard, as far as driving, it's dangerous. Um, and again, I'm in a Pontiac Sunbird, you know what I mean? Not real big car, um, and so driving at night, and man, I just happened to glance over to the left, you know, and man, there's big rigs off the side, went off the side down on the embankment. And I'm like tripping out, and I'm like, dang God, and I wanted to turn my head and look, but he's telling me keep my eyes on the road, don't look to the left, don't look to the right, and I'm like just tripping out on that, and I'm look over to the right, and you can see another big truck, go down off into the ravine area, and it's like off the road, and again I'm like tripping. I'm like, dang, how's all these big trucks, they're way more powerful than this car. They're way bigger, their tires are bigger, better tread, blah 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 blah. How is it that these trucks, these vehicles, I'm seeing big trucks go off the side, and spin out of control and go down into the ravine and off the road and stuff, and I'm tripping on that. I'm in a Pontiac Sunbird. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. And I'm like, God, how is that possible? This car is light. There's no way that this car should be able to handle these conditions. And you got all these trucks that weigh more. They're bigger. They're stronger, more powerful than this little car. How is it that these vehicles are losing control? How is it that these vehicles are spinning out? How is it that these vehicles are losing traction and going down into the ravines, and my car isn't, and God is saying keep your eyes on the road, don't look to the left, don't look to the right. And so I'm like, God, okay, I get that, but talk to me. How is it that these cars aren't able to do, how is it these big vehicles are losing it, you know what I mean? And I heard him say crystal clear. It's like you're looking at the outward appearance. Stop looking at the outward appearance. It's not what's on the outside. It's not what the vehicle's made up of. It's who's operating it. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere, family. And so what he was saying was like, man, we get so distracted and we get so fixated on the makeup, on the physical makeup of the vehicle. I was getting fixated on the physical makeup of these vehicles. Man, how big they were, how strong they were, how powerful they were. Man, if any vehicle should be able to handle these conditions, it should be these vehicles and not my little car. You know what I mean? And so, but we just kept chugging along, just kept chugging along. And I kept hearing God say, don't look to the left, don't look to the right. Keep your eyes on the road, keep your eyes on the road. And I'm like, okay, God, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. And so he told me to pull over and go into this hotel and stay the night. Man, did that. You know what I mean? And so I'm laying in bed and I'm just tripping out on, this experience. Stay with me. I'm tripping out on this experience. Like, man, how is it that all those big vehicles was stuck and got, spun out of control and just, all that stuff. And man, nothing happened to this Pontiac Sunbird. This Pontiac Sunbird, the tread on the tires aren't that great. You know what I mean? It's not a big vehicle. It's not a powerful vehicle, and yet it was able to handle those conditions. Stay with me. And so I'm laying there in bed, and I'm talking to God, and it's like, man, God, help me understand this. Please help me understand this. And I fall asleep. Wake up the next morning, the sun's out, the sun is starting to melt the ice, and it's slushy on the roads. So we grab something to eat, we jump in the car, and boom, we're off and gone. And again, God comes back to me. Keep your eyes on the road. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. I'm like, okay, God, I got that. I got that. He said it 3 times. Keep your eyes on the road. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. I'm like, God, I got it. I got it. Okay, I'm good. And so, man, I'm passing by all these vehicles. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, I'm passing these Mercedes, passing these just Corvettes and all these, BMWs, all these nice vehicles, Cadillacs. I'm just boom, just zooming, just flying by them, right? And I'm like, God, what does this mean? What does this mean? Is how am I able to pass all these vehicles? Man, this is a Pontiac Sunbird. And there's no way that this Pontiac Sunbird should be able to go past all these vehicles. You know what I mean? God, what does this mean? And so keep your eyes on the road. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Stop looking at the vehicle. It's not the vehicle. It's not the person. You know what I mean? And that's what he's telling me. Stop looking at these people you're passing. And so I'm just driving. I'm fixated. I'm young. You know what I mean? I'm trying to understand what he's showing me. And so, and as you guys know, there's driven in rain and stuff like that. As you pass vehicles, man, their tires kick up all this dirt and the water and stuff and splash it on your window. And so I'm like, God, what the heck is this? And what does this mean? What does this mean, God? What does this symbolize? And he said, Broadway, man, it symbolized as I'm taking you. I'm going to take you past people you never thought you were going to go past. I'm going to do some things in your life that you didn't think were possible. I'm going to elevate you and show you some things and take you places that you didn't think you were capable of going. Stay with me. He said, and as you pass by all these vehicles, as you pass by all these people who think they're better than you, who are more privileged than you, who quote unquote know more than you, who quote unquote have been around longer than you, and all this other stuff. As I take you past these people, they're going to spit in your face. They're going to throw dirt in your face. They're going to do all kinds of stuff to you. You know what I mean? To slow you down, to get you distracted. Keep your eyes on the road. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Turn your windshield wipers on, wipe it off, and keep moving. Just keep moving. Stay focused on where you're going. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Stop worrying about those people. And so I'm passing all these vehicles and boom, 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 boom. Man, and as I'm passing them, just dirt and just slush and snow and stuff is flying up on my windshield, and I've just got them. It's just windshield wipers just going, wiping them off, and I'm just going steadily. Keep your eyes on the road. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. And I'm like, man. He said, people are going to be mad at you because you came out of nowhere. People are going to be mad at you because they didn't think you were capable of going where I'm taking you. Because again, they're looking at the outward appearance. And it's not the outward appearance, it's what's inside the vehicle. It's who's operating the vehicle, it's who's driving the vehicle. And so, although they think that they're special, although they think that they're privileged, although they think that they're somebody because they're a Cadillac, because they're a Mercedes, because they're BMW, because they're a Corvette and they're expensive, they're valuable, although they think they're somebody, I'm going to take you past them. You're going to surpass them. Stay with me, family. And they're going to get jealous. They're going to get mad. They're going to get salty. It is what it is. Don't get distracted by that. Keep moving. Keep pushing. Do what you came here to do. Go, travel your journey. Travel your journey. Don't get distracted by all the foolishness. Don't get distracted by all the naysayers. Don't get distracted by those that can't do what you do. Don't get distracted by all those that are mad at you. Those are throwing dirt in your face. Those are trying to bring up your past. Those are trying to do all this other stupid stuff to slow you down or to get you to stop or to make you look bad. Man, do what you do. Keep moving. Wipe it off and keep going. Family, chosen ones, we've got to learn to stop getting distracted. Stop getting distracted with all of the foolishness. You came here for a purpose. Stop getting caught up in all the yak, 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 yak of people that ain't doing nothing. It's always people that ain't doing nothing that got the most to say. It's always people that ain't doing nothing that got the most to criticize. They're always criticizing somebody else. They're always trying to put somebody else down. Anytime somebody's doing something, anytime you're doing what you're supposed to do, family, man, you're going to piss people off. It is what it is. Get over it. Get over it. It ain't gonna stop. They're not going to accept you. They're not going to embrace you. Accept the fact that they got issues that they haven't dealt with. It is what it is. Keep moving. Stop personalizing it. It ain't about you. It's about their unresolved issues. Because they have unresolved issues, they got jealousy. Because they got unresolved issues, they have judgment. Because they have unresolved issues, they think they're better than you. Because they have unresolved issues, they doubt you. Because they have unresolved issues, they don't believe in you and all this other stupid stuff. It is what it is, family. Let that mess go. Let it go. Stay focused on your journey. Do what you came here to do. Stop getting distracted. Stop being distracted by everybody else. I don't care what they say about you. I don't care what they think about you. Man, do you. Do you. You're always going to have the religious fanatics that think they're sanctified and think they're better than everybody else and think that they're closer to God and all that other. You're always going to have those people around. Man, so what? You're going to always have those people around quoting scriptures and all that other yak madness that ain't living nothing, that's trying to tell everybody else how to live. And their life ain't reflective of nothing they talk about. So what? Do you. Do you. You're going to always have those people telling you that that's not godly and wooty, 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 all that other foolishness. Man, so what? Do you. Do you. Do what you came here to do. You did not come here to be distracted by naysayers. You did not come here to be distracted by self-righteous, judgmental, egotistical individuals. That's not what you came here for. You came here with a purpose. You came here with a plan. Fulfill your purpose. Walk your journey with your head held high, knowing that you're doing what you came here to do, knowing that you're about your Father's business. It don't matter what everybody else say. The crazy thing, all those people spitting all that religious fanatical crap, you know what? The crazy thing about all that, the only people that Jesus had a problem with, the only people that Jesus had a problem with was religious people. Ain't nothing changed. 2,000 years later, it's always the religious people that's going to have the greatest grief with you, the biggest beef with you. The people that's going to tell you you ain't right and you ain't doing this right and you ain't doing that. Man, dismiss me with that. You know what I mean? Man, family, put on your windshield wipers. Keep moving. You can always have those people spewing that stupid stuff. You can always have those people talking all that foolishness. It's always been that way. It's always gonna be that way. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. All those religious people thought that they knew best. All those religious people thought that they were doing things right. You know what I mean? And here comes Jesus, this young buck. Who the heck are you to tell us how we supposed to be doing this and wooty wooty woo? All this other foolishness. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. It is what it is. Man up, woman up. Put your big girl drawers on. Put your big boy drawers on and get about your business. Stop being distracted. My hope and prayer is that you remember who you are and you remember why you came here. You did not come here to placate to the masses. You did not come here to fit in with everybody else. You did not come here to sit in a pew and look like everybody else and talk like everybody else and live like everybody else. You came here to be a beacon of hope, a beacon of love. And I don't care what everybody else say about that. Man, do you? The world is waiting for you to let your light shine. The world is waiting for you to stand up and say, man, I'm here. I've arrived. I'm going to do what I got to do. And I don't care who like it and who don't like it. The world is waiting for you to be about your Father's business. The world is waiting for you to stand up and do and be what you came here to be. Is it hard? It's hard. It's challenging. Being a bum is hard too. Being a bum is challenging too. Just like being in shape. Being in shape is hard. It takes practice. It takes commitment. Being out of shape, being obese, is also challenging. It takes commitment to do that too. It all comes down to a choice, family. It's all about your choice, your decision. You make up your mind what you're going to do. If you're a chosen one, man, stand up. Stand up and do what you came here to do. For everybody else, do what you do. You know what I mean? Do what you do. And I'm not here trying to preach to anybody, telling you how you got to do it. Man, I don't care what you do. You know what I mean? It don't matter to me. I want you to fulfill your purpose. How you go about that, whatever your purpose is, man, it is what it is. That's not my call. You know what I mean? I don't have a heaven or hell to put anybody in. And that's one of the reasons why I can't stand Christians and religious fanatics always trying to throw somebody in hell like they got a hell to put somebody in. The only hell that they have to put somebody in is the hell of their madness. All that yak drama that they be talking about. You know what I mean? They talking all this, but they ain't living nothing. They life ain't reflective of nothing. That's the only hell that they have to put somebody in. Family, put on your windshield wipers. Put on your windshield wipers. Don't get distracted by all the foolishness. It's always been that way. It's going to always be that way. It is what it is. And especially within the black community, you know, we got this crab in the barrel mentality. You know, we see somebody coming up and trying to get up out of where they madness is at and all where that low level they were at. You see somebody trying to reach up and climb out and get out. You got everybody else trying to pull them back down. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, you ain't doing that right. Oh, you supposed to be talking about this. Oh, you should be talking about this. Oh, you should be saying this. Oh, you should be telling the people this. Man, shut the hell up with that foolishness. I can't stand black people sometimes. Because we with that foolishness most of the time. We have to wake up, family. We have to wake up. We have to remember why we came here. And then after you remember why you came here, after you remember who you are, it's time to get busy. It's time to get busy. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.